Alrighty guys, welcome back yet again. We got something pretty neat for you tonight. This is a Tamiya Super Astute. Kind of a custom build. I kind of did this some while back, and I wanted to kind of make it look like somebody probably would have done back in the day and added some custom parts or aftermarket parts, or I should say parts from other buggies, you know, to give it a racy look, and or if they did take it to the track, maybe this is what it possibly would have looked like. We have a bunch of mixed parts here and there, which I think fit very well together on this buggy. So again, this is a Super Astute, and some of the parts, we'll go over some of the parts before we take the body off. We have the stock Super Astute Tamiya rear tires, but they are mounted on RC10 World's rear wheels, which is pretty neat. We have aftermarket Tamiya yellow oil-filled shocks. This kit came with, I believe, gray oil-filled shocks, so I added the yellow ones, which I think look a hell of a lot nicer. There's some custom graphics right there. Custom stickers put on the body. Pretty neat. And we added some Proline, some nice vintage Proline front tires with some Team LOSI JRX 2 wheels. Again, I think the look of it looks really neat and something somebody might have done back in the day. That's what I was kind of going for, was a what if this car was raced back in the day. What would have somebody have done modification wise? And we did add some titanium turnbuckles, which is really cool, which you really don't see like at all on a Tamiya buggy. And I also added, with those titanium turnbuckles, some RPM rod ends, which is pretty cool. I had to put bigger ball end mounts because the Tamiya ones didn't fit, so I had to change all the ball ends to fit these RPM rod ends. And I believe these titanium turnbuckles were from an RC10 kit, or an RC10 option. I think they were from, I forget what buggy I ordered them for. It's been so long now. So yeah, those fit a stock RC10, and I adapted them to this Tamiya Astute, which I love this. I love the way this thing came out. Look at that rear wing. Rear wing is an aftermarket molded Yokomo style wing with Yokomo aftermarket. Let's see if we can get that in the light. Gold wing mounts, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty neat. That wing looks killer on this car too. That pink molded wing, plastic molded wing, awesome. I mean, look at that. That's super cool. Super cool. And then we went with, just for the vintage aspect, I know this speed control, the factory mechanical speed control, will never be able to handle this peak performance motor that I added. And I also added a heat sink in between the motor and the motor plate. But I just thought it was cool to have the mechanical speed control, like the original Tamiya Astute had. So let's pop the top. This might not be that easy. Let's see. And no, it's not that easy. Yeah. Getting these bodies off is never fun for me. Oh, what's holding it? There it goes. Ooh, there she goes. Look at that. So there's a factory mechanical speed control again. I know it wouldn't handle that peak performance aftermarket motor, but I like the way it looks. I like the vintage aspect of it. It's pretty neat, pretty cool. You can see those shocks a little bit better. There's that beautiful wing. Again, there's the titanium turnbuckles on the front. Nice vintage. And I got the sticker right here if you didn't see it before. Oop, there it goes. Doesn't zoom in very well. There we go. There they are. That's the brand. Famous vintage brand. And there's the peak performance motor. Proline tires. So yeah. Pretty neat. Pretty cool. Again, this is my take on the vintage, possibly racing buggy back in the day. You know, because if you looked at, you know, some Team LOSI cars, a lot of the Team LOSI buggies and trucks, they used, some of them used team associated tires. Some, you know, team associated guys even used Team LOSI tires, because sometimes the Team LOSI tire was a softer compound. Instead of using an aftermarket Proline, you know, they went with their competitor. It wasn't uncommon back in the day, you know, to mismatch wheels, tires, sometimes shocks. I see a lot of Kyosha shocks on Yokomo buggies, RC10 shocks in Yokomo buggies. You know, so there's a lot of matching parts that people did back in the day just to try stuff out. Sometimes things work, sometimes they didn't, and that's kind of what I did on this one. It just kind of, you know, take it up a notch and kind of put different parts. And I think the outcome is really neat. I really love the way it came out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and hopefully agree with me, or maybe not. You know, but that's the whole point of this page, you know, to share your comments, good or bad. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm not gonna get mad. And again, I do try to answer everybody. But there you go. Just my take on the possible buggy that might have been raced back in the day and what parts they might have used. Alright guys, well, have a good one, and I'll catch you real soon. Take it easy.